Good morning, Sawtry students. This is Mr. Yeomans here, and this is just a quick virtual assembly on this Friday's plans for Pledges and Wellbeing Day, which is going to be slightly different to how you've normally had your live lessons so far. Before I go into the arrangements for this Friday's Pledges and Wellbeing Day, I just want to say well done. The vast majority of you are engaging excellently with your live lessons and submitting the notes and work completed by the teachers. You are working really hard. It shows how you can work independently at home. It shows how you can self-motivate without actually having the teacher or your peers there. And it really does show how much you care about your own education and you're taking personal responsibility for making sure you don't miss out. Well done. We really do appreciate it and we are proud of you. And we have to say thank you as well to all the parents helping support you at home where they best can. We must keep this up. Teachers are working seriously hard to provide you with all those live lessons every single hour of the day. And we must make sure we keep this up the whole time we are in this lockdown and working virtually. And we don't know how long that is going to be yet. But it's so important and it's so good so far, so let's keep it going. However, we understand that you're spending a lot of time in front of your computer. That's 5 hours a day in front of your screen working away. It's hard work. So this week we want to organise something slightly different. So on Friday the 29th of January, the last Friday of the month, the end of this week, we're going to do pledges and wellbeing check-ins. So this Friday will look very different to your usual week. There will be no live lessons. There will be no work set by teachers. So you don't need to go onto Microsoft Teams assignments and find out where your work is or your calendar and join any live lessons. However, in replace of this, there will be a tutor meet with you. Okay, so your substantive tutor, the tutor you have when you have vertical tutoring, wants to speak to all of the students in their form that morning. And they will do this in blocks with year groups. So all the year 7s will speak with the tutor for 20 minutes all together in a small Teams chat. Normally between 3 and 5 students in each year group will speak together for about 20 minutes at 9 a.m. till 9:20. If you're in year 8, you'll meet your tutor from 9:30 to 9:50. Year 9, 10 till 10:20. 10, 10:30 till 10:50. And year 11, 11 a.m. till 11:20. If you're a sixth former, you will also meet your tutor and you'll be split into 2 groups. Your tutor will be in touch with which group you're in. So again, 9 till 9:20, all the way up till 10:30 to 10:50, where you'll be meeting your substantive tutor, the tutor you were with last academic year. Potentially the cameras can be turned on, so you will be able to see your tutor, but you don't have to turn it on if you don't want to at all. They obviously will want you to speak, so if you do have a mic, then please use it. If you don't, then obviously you'll use that chat feature. If you are the only student in your form that is in the year group, so for example, if you're the only year 8 in your form, the tutor will let you know that you'll be with a different year group as well. So you may well go with the year 9s for that chat in the morning. So your time might be slightly different. They'll be asking you questions, things like how are virtual lessons going. They'll offer support. If you need support, please let them know. They might ask you what your best lessons have been. They'll ask you things that might be specific to your year group. So have you thought about your option choices if you're in year 8? They might ask you, have you sorted your post-16 option? Have you applied to sixth form if you're in year 11? And they'll speak for about 20 minutes with you, and they really want you to join in with that discussion. So please don't stay quiet. It's your time to speak as much as you want. Nothing is being learned, but it's just an open forum between 4 or 5 people in a very small Teams meeting. If you don't answer that call or you don't join in with that meeting that they'll set on your calendar, so you'll join it the exact way as you normally would, and they will then be calling parents at 11:30 just to check to see if everything is going okay. So this is definitely a well-being catch-up. It's not academic mentoring, but it's very much to see how we're getting on and how we can support you. And it's really important that you attend that session in the morning. After you've done that, and for the rest of the day, we'll give you the opportunity to complete some pledges. So I'll give you some ideas of things you might be able to do for the rest of that day. But we know you've been sitting in front of a computer for long periods of time. We want this opportunity to get away from being in front of your screen. So please don't just come away from that well-being catch-up with your tutor and then play Xbox for the next 5 hours. The aim of it is to do something totally different, give your eyes a rest from screen time, spend some time with the rest of your family if they're around, and try and complete some pledges that, again, your tutors will speak to you about that morning. So we'll go through that in a moment. And with sixth form, the exact same thing. So acts of kindness followed by post-18 plans. Here are just a few ideas of what you could do that day. So you can choose 1, 2 or 3 pledges that you want to do. And think about how you're going to complete them, maybe before Friday, so you might have to prep to complete it. And these are just virtual pledge days, so there's nothing too strenuous, there's not too much you need to add to it, but these are just ideas that you could do. So we'll send this around and you can have a look at these ideas in more detail. But for example, you could cook your family dinner that evening, so you could organise that. You could go to the co-op or get the food and cook that evening, or make them some cakes or something like that. That would be nice. You could organise a bit of wild art that you wanted to do, or create like a bird feeder to put in your garden. If you wanted to create a bit of music or raise awareness for a charity, or you prefer to do something like that, to do your giving pledge, that would be absolutely fine. You might also want to think about what pledges you've already completed and which ones you need to do. So it might be worth having a look to see, and asking your tutor what pledges you've already completed to make sure you're not completing them again. At the end of that day, or when you finish them, it might be over the weekend, we're asking you to take a picture of it being completed and upload it to an assignment in Teams. So you have a form group, Teams, where your form is, and you'd upload it to that Teams there. So you can show your tutor that you've completed it and they can tick it off the list. Here are a few more ideas that you could do. So you could upcycle something to make a bird feeder there. As I said, cook a meal. You could do a small litter pick, local litter pick, or do some gardening for the rest of your family or a neighbour. Submit some artwork, which could be a good idea if you're into your art, and GCSE it could link in with that as well. Or go for a long run bike ride as part of the participation pledge. These are just ideas. You can of course come up with your own ideas and upload them, and please discuss them with your tutor that morning when you have that meeting on the Friday. So this slide is for sixth form, year 12 and 13, and it's from Mr. Carpenter. So he would like, obviously in the morning, you to meet up with your tutor and speak to them, and then in the afternoon, acts of kindness, so baking a cake, making a gift, cooking some dinner. If you can plan some ideas, think of what you're going to do and then complete them. Also thinking about your post-18 plans. We don't know when we're going to be back at school yet. It could be a little while still. So it's really important if you're in year 13 to think about what you're going to be doing when you finish in July. Have you applied to university yet? What stage are you at? Are you going to apply? And maybe looking at apprenticeships and employment opportunities as well. At Sawtry Village Academy, we really do value the importance of having different experiences outside the classroom, building memories, and because of that, we normally have a Pledges and Futures week at the end of the academic year. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to have a full week this year because we aren't going to be able to organise as many educational visits with such short notice, not knowing the circumstances we're going to be in July. But I can update you on the 9th of July, hopefully, COVID-19 pending. We will all be off timetable in school, and the Year 7s will do an enterprise challenge, so a careers day, and it's a duck production, which is really good fun. The Year 8s, every student that was going to Calais is now going on the 9th of July. Okay, it's been postponed already, so that's going to be then. Year 9s, we're going to go for a charity walk raising some money for local charities. Year 10s currently could be on work experience, and if that doesn't run, then they'll be doing a careers day, so working on interview skills and looking at post-16 options. And year 12, the exact same. So if you're not on work experience, you'll be doing some sort of careers day within school. So this Friday, Pledges and Wellbeing Day, Friday the 29th of January 2021. No lessons, no live lessons, no work set. Just joining that meeting in the morning with your tutor and the rest of your year group in your form, and then trying to complete some pledges in the rest of the afternoon, and having a day off of the screen, as little screen time as you possibly can, before you have a nice relaxing weekend, ready to go again, starting your virtual lessons on the Monday. We've been doing fantastically well so far, the vast majority of us. Keep it up. Have a lovely rest of your week and enjoy your Pledges and Wellbeing Day on Friday, and hope to see you back in school as soon as we possibly can.